Okay. All right. We are good. You guys, I am so excited. I've seen you at conference and, heard you talk there, but I'm super excited because I've never gotten to really like have you pour in and listen to you talk, Lauren. So I just to give you guys kind of a background, like I asked Lauren to do this several weeks ago. I asked you guys who y'all would want to hear from, and several of y'all asked me for Lauren. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask Lauren. I don't even know if she's gonna get the message because I don't want to take up one of her friend requests.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I'm gonna message her. We're gonna see. And she's so sweet to say yes. And so you guys, first of all, she knows what it takes to go presidential. Second of all, she knows kind of where we're sitting, some of the roadblocks we're facing, how well we've been doing. She kind of just knows what's going on a little bit. And so I just asked her to hop on and share with us, a little bit about what it's going to take, how we need to end the month, the consistency, all the things, her own experiences. And of course, I'd love you to share your story starting out.
Okay, hello you guys. Thank you so much, Stormy. You're so awesome. I am so honored to do this. My name is Lauren Berryman, and I have been doing this business for 9 years. So it's pretty long time. Like, oh my gosh. And I'm originally from Nashville, Tennessee, but actually just moved to Colorado Springs, Colorado, and it's been so wonderful. My story is so different than everyone else's. If you were at conference, I was so intimidated to share my story because everybody has like all these like awesome success stories that they like built this great, amazing team and went ambassador in 2 or 3 years or whatever. And that was it. Like, that's the story. They're an ambassador now. Yay. And mine is just a little bit different. And so I joined as an esthetician. I was working in a salon. I was doing facials and waxing and all those things, spray tans, all the bit. And so I thought that was going to be an amazing income because I worked in Nashville, Tennessee, and I thought I would be doing country music, singers, celebrities, like people would be tipping me $200 and it was going to be amazing. Instead, I quickly realized that it was just going to be everybody's grandmother coming to me. They were going to get their upper lip waxed for $10 and they were going to tip me $1. So it was not quite the glamorous lifestyle or the income that I needed. And so I needed about an extra $300 for booth rent. Well, you guys, my mom had been doing this for 2 years before me. Okay, one of our really close family friends is Melody McFarland, who is my mom's enroller, who sponsored my mom. And so we had just my parents had done network marketing my whole life, and I just wanted nothing to do with it. I just had no brain cell for that until I was sick, tired, and toxic. I had gained an extra 30 something pounds from all of the medical illnesses, the slew of medical illnesses I have. I have ovarian cyst, arthritis, migraines, kidney stones, a kidney infection that like left permanent damage to my kidney. A pacemaker defibrillator that I had implanted at 17 for a life-threatening heart condition I have called Brugada. It's just sudden cardiac death syndrome. So you just die. Like, there's no other symptoms. Pretty cool. And I was needing not only the income, but I needed the health benefits. I tried anything and everything out there, you guys. Patches, shakes, proteins, powders, like pills, all the things, patches. I mean, I had tried it all. And it just wasn't for me. It just did not work for me. With my heart condition, I have to be careful about the ingredients that I put in my body. And so I started the greens. I lost 8 pounds in a week. I didn't have a migraine all week. I felt incredible, you guys. Even my clients were noticing the difference. But most importantly, I came to my mom and was like, what's this about? And I saw an $8,000 paycheck on her desk, and I was like, and I'm going to join you. I've always supported you, and I've loved this business, and I've always thought it was amazing, right? And so I quit my job after the first year, and after I went diamond, I quickly built to double diamond, and that's like where everybody else's story ends. Like, you're double diamond, and like you're successful, and you have an amazing team, and you're living your best boss babe life, and you're catching flights, not feelings, and you're going and doing all the things, right? And I had an amazing team of some awesome women, and I was so excited. But life happened and I ended up getting pregnant, and I was like actually super excited because I knew this business was going to be able to provide for my family, my little instant family. And when I went to my routine 37-week checkup, the doctor came in and let us know that my daughter was no longer with us and that she probably passed away within 24 hours before that. And y'all, even though I had my heart condition, I will be honest, I just never thought that was going to happen. Like, it 100% blindsided me. And we've had a lot of life happen. You know, I was almost kidnapped in college. My grandmother passed away of cancer, you know, after 2 years of really hard cancer. And just so much life had happened to us. But I was always able to kind of overcome that. And not like just, you know, the next day, but pretty relatively easily. Okay. But this was something that got me. I really feel like I have always been given a spirit of joy from the Lord, but this was something that really got me, and I couldn't get over it. And I didn't want to get up in the morning. I didn't want to do this business anymore. I mean, I didn't want to breathe anymore. Okay. And so I just was faced then with, how do I bring myself back? And I share my story because, you know, I know what it's like to feel like you can't do this. Like, I'm done. I'm out. It's over. You know, just cancel it all. Cause like, I can't do it. But, you may not be able to, but God can. And I'm just telling y'all right now, this company was so incredible after I lost my daughter. They were the ones that got me through it. And they loved on me. Even as a zombie as I was in my grief, I showed up to events. I got to everything. I just still tried to keep my head in. Y'all, I won the cruise and was supposed to go on that, but I was, you know, just too sad I couldn't do it. And I always was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't there. I was on autopilot. I knew enough. But when I showed up to Green Carpet in 2018, I had a true gut check encounter with the Lord. And he literally said to me, Lauren, how much longer are you going to let the devil continue to own your daughter's story? Because that's not what I meant for you to walk through that for. That's not what I meant for you. That's not what I have for you. And all I could think about, you guys, because at this point, 2 years ago in April, I actually tried to end my life. And God did not allow that to happen. And so I just remember being at my lowest of lows. I got paid as a Ruby the month before, like $252 or something, just awful. You know, I was living with my parents. Like, I was low. I was pretty in rough shape. And when I heard him say that, I just remember thinking, if Brinley is up there and she is watching me, she is devastated because I'm in a real rough spot. So I just decided, and I literally spoke out loud to the Lord. I was reading You Are a Badass at the time, and it just, something resonated with me and just the Lord. And I just literally raised my hands. I'll never forget it. And I said, Lord, I don't know what you could possibly have left for me on this earth that I would ever care more about than my first child. But I promise, if you give me something, I will work as long and as hard as I possibly can until you take it away. And that's what I did. I showed up to took a step in faith. I was not going to meetings or doing barely anything locally because it hurt so much, but I showed up to a local event. I learned host to post the way that we do it now, because that ain't a new thing, you guys. I've been in for 9 years. We've been asking people to make posts on our walls or their walls for us for like forever. But it was the way that Rachel did, you know, taught everybody. And then I was learning that night that changed the game. So I quickly went from being paid as a Ruby to 3 weeks later, I'd raised almost, I don't even remember how much volume, and earned my diamond back. I got a $4,000 paycheck. The next month I earned my double back. I got a $6,000 paycheck. The next month, I think, or the month after, was like my first $10,000 paycheck. And we double promoted from double to presidential in February after conference that year. And I only share that, you guys, because I know what it's like to feel like you can't do it. But when you take those first little steps of just faith, like Ashley Mayfield said, put some legs to those prayers. He sees that, and he literally runs to you. He picks you up, and he carries you every step of the way, the rest of the way. So I don't know if that's like Like, hopefully, okay.
Oh, that was, I'm like,
Okay,
I cried really hard at conference and I was prepared for it this time and I'm still crying. I'm like,
I know.
at conference, I was not prepared for it at all. And there was ugly tears, lots of them.
I know, right?
I'm
I
like,
always
and
say
I
that to
knew it was
everybody.
coming this time and I'm still crying.
I know. I'm like, you're not gonna cute cry. You're gonna ugly cry for sure. But
Yeah.
you guys,
Okay, I didn't put makeup on.
I know, right? This is leftover from earlier, so thank goodness. But no, I share that because right now we have a lot going on. We're off of our schedules. We're out of our routine. You know, things are chaos. Things are crazy. You know, and I already kind of was in that boat because, you know, my boyfriend has 2 kids and we just got together last year. And so I, again, went from, you know, like just me, you guys, like when I did this and when I double promoted, I mean, I will tell you, I put in a lot of work. And at the time I didn't have, you know, anyone. So it was just me and I could sacrifice that much time. I could invest all my time. And let me remind you, y'all, I was at my lowest of lows. Okay. I was at the bottom of the barrel. I literally had nothing left. But I knew I knew I could do this. I knew I was called for this. So what I did to pick myself up is something that you guys can do all the time, like right now in this chaos that we're in, we can still pick back up and run and make it this month. Okay. There's still enough time left. This is what's crazy. We did not decide to push for presidential to the last 4 days of the month. It might've been 5. Like we might've known that one night extra, we might've known, but we did not realize that we were going to go presidential. We were pushing for triple. And my mom came in and was looking at a chart and was like, this girl's going to go double naturally. Did you know that? You could be presidential. And I was like, so here's what you can kind of do right now. There's a lot of stuff that corporate is putting out. Okay. Right now we can't get to events. That's what's kept me in for so long. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Being in 9 years, it's hard. You lose people. Okay. People walk away. Crazy things happen. You know, we were on a 4-week back order of wraps when I first started this business. So like being out of product and delays and things like that, that's exciting. Just like the Gucci belt, the way that you spin it to your clients and your customers are the way that they're going to take it. If you're pumped and you're excited and you tell them they better get on this wait list because you don't even know, girl, you're going to be getting this. Everybody wants it. It's amazing. They're excited. They don't even care what you have. They want it. But when you're like, well, I'm not sure, maybe, hold on, let me just, even if you're new, you guys, you're still the professional, compared to them. They don't know either. Embrace being new and let them know, girl, I don't know. I'm brand new. I'm just getting started. All I know is this has been awesome. I've loved it, or my friend has loved it. It's been amazing for her. I'm just looking to do this or that with this. And so let me ask her, or let me get you on a call with her, or let me get you to invited to this event tonight. They're doing a lot of things for us, you guys, and it's overwhelming. Okay. It was overwhelming for me as a blue. I'm like, wait, I want to be on everything because I don't want to have FOMO, but it's too much. Okay. And what I told my team to do, and I was just on a Zoom last night saying, don't get overwhelmed by all the plethora of everything out there. There's a lot of Zooms, a lot of power hours, a lot of this, a lot of that. Pick what exactly you think you will need. If you're not getting your steps, like if you're not completing your 6 list and not doing income producing activities, make sure you get on power hours. Whether you do need to do it once a day or twice a day, like what I tell my team to do is do things that you know are going to produce enrollments, that you know are going to produce selling samples. Don't get overwhelmed by everything. If so-and-so, Jade Hooper, has a Zoom about enrolling distributors and you've been needing to enroll in distributors and that's what you want to focus on, get on that Zoom. Watch that recording, when you're listen to that recording when you're in the shower. Like, it's not like we have to really look at it, right? Like, we know what Jade looks like. So listen to that while you're doing the dishes. Like, it's about right now priorities, and it's gut check time, you guys. And this is what I had to do to myself to bring myself back from the dead. I literally had to look at myself and tell myself that whatever it was going to be that was going to come up in the next 3 months, 6 months, a year would not be as important as making my daughter proud of me. So what is it to you? What is it to you that is worth it that you will give up binge watching Netflix? What is it to you that is worth it that you will give up, watching, like getting on TikTok and just mindlessly scrolling instead of making some and starting to connect with people and invest and make connections and build relationships and, you know, put yourself out there, grow your own network. What is worth it to you to give those things up? Because that's the only time you're going to do it. That's the only time you're going to do it, when you decide no. I mean, obviously, you guys, I had to say no to like birthday parties, movies, like dinners, lunches, all these fun things that everybody was doing. And here I am, a blue, and I had to say no, I can't come. No, I'm not going to go. No, I'm not going to get on there. But right now, we're all quarantined. We're all stuck here anyway. And maybe you are still having to do Zooms for your work, or maybe you still have to go into work. I don't know. But we're all pretty much kind of, you know, we're taking a step back from work a little bit, our other jobs that we have, and let's use this time wisely. You know, people are learning skills and they're doing this and they're doing that. Let's use it to grow our business. If nothing else, let's at least use it to connect with people, love on people. I've been messaging people just saying, hey, hope you're, you know, staying healthy, sane. What are you guys doing, you know, to stay sane and have fun with your kids or your family or your, you know, significant other, whatever. I'm just trying to engage with people as much as possible, because here's the thing, you guys, like maybe some people are panicking and they're not really spending a lot of extra money, but if you're planting seeds right now, when things go back, do you think what's going to be stuck in their head is, wow, I really enjoyed being home. That was awesome. Yeah, I had to get on a Zoom here or there, but heck, it was really kind of cool to be in the same room as my kids or my husband or, you know, my wife or whatever, you know, like they're going to be thinking about that. I'm telling you guys, no one wants to spend this much time away from their loved ones. We all want to be with our loved ones. We all want to be making memories. So when they go back to their job, they're going to be realizing, ooh, yeah, I don't really like listening to my boss. Ooh, yeah, I don't really like clocking in 9 to 5. Ooh, I don't really like having to miss, you know, my son's soccer game or whatever. I'm telling y'all, when things go back to normal. So we've got to be connecting with people right now. And the best thing that we can do is utilize what corporate is doing for us, but we don't have to be overwhelmed by it. Okay. And the way that I do that, the way that I reach out to my potentials is just by saying, hey girl, what are you up to tonight? Or, hey girl, what are you up to tomorrow night? Hey girl, what are you up to, you know, this tomorrow morning? You know, tomorrow afternoon, whatever time these things are scheduled, we should be the ones inviting and just quickly saying to them like a friend, hey girl, what are you up to? And she'll be like, oh my gosh, girl, these kids, or we're crazy, or we've got this or that. Probably nothing, because guess what? They're quarantined. So then you can say, oh my gosh, I have this, like, I know you've been asking me. I know we've been talking about this. But our corporate team is actually hosting an event to tell everybody a little bit more about what's involved and how all this goes. And I just wanted you to get some more information, because I know you've been asking me about it. And I'm telling you, girl, you would be amazing at this. Would you like to check it out? You know, and I'd love for you to check it out. You know, would you be interested, or would you be free? You know, especially if there's someone you've been talking to, girl, would you be free? Like, come hang out for a little bit. Be a human, you guys. We are humans. Be fun and let them know that this is going to be a fun thing. You can host a watch party and then literally invite them on. And I like hosting watch parties only because that way they're only seeing me and my comments, and, you know, they know that I'm there. I invited them. They're not on, you know, Cammie's actual live, and they're seeing like everybody else being like, and I made millions last year, and they're like, click, I'll just be with Ashley Mayfield now. And I'm like, wait, what? So I do a watch party just because it's easier for me to manage. I just want you guys to know, like, you've got to figure out what your priorities are and schedule accordingly. Okay. I just had to sit down. I'm not a green, y'all. I'm so blue. I'm bluer than blue. I wing it. I leap off the cliff and I look around at all the pretty stuff and I forget to even plan what's going to happen when I get down. Am I going to die or what? Like, you know, I just totally leap and don't even think about anything else. I'm like, yay, this is awesome. But I know myself right now, and I won't be productive. I won't be enrolling, because that's what enrolling is all that matters. Okay. If you get up 10 host to post every day, but they're not getting anything and you're not enrolling, you've got to do something different. You've got to change something. You've got to try something else, a different post, like a different group of people, something. If I do have a person that makes a host post for me that's a dead end, like nothing happens after a day or two, I actually will ask them to repost a new one, delete that and repost, or at least hide that maybe from their timeline, just so that it doesn't look like they're always posting it. But if anybody ever does come across it and wants to comment, fine. But that way they're still, I'm just letting them know that they have to at least have one person comment in order to be in the giveaway. I mean, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I just pretend like I'm the expert on this, even though half the time I'm making it up and winging it. But I'm like, yeah, you have to have at least one person to comment for your entry to be active. So if you wouldn't mind making another, you know, and most of the time they don't. But what I want to encourage you guys to do the most is just really stay on top of your mindset. You guys, consistency and mindset are what have kept me in this business for this long. I would not be here if it was not for showing up to all of the events, no matter what, when I could actually get to them. I would be, you know, and it doesn't mean get on every single Zoom, but if there are Zooms that pertain to stuff that you know you're struggling in, get on those or make it a priority to watch the replays. And then do the things that are income producing activities that actually get you enrollments. If you know, if you follow up with 10, 15, 20, 28, 75 people that you'll enroll 2 customers, do those things right now. Let's be enrolling. Be messaging every single person that makes a hosted post for you the next month. Girl, hey, I just want to thank you so much, Stormy. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. That helped me out so much. You have no idea. I'd love to get you entered for this month's drawing. But girl, honestly, what you did for me is all I do for a living. I was looking at your profile. You could be amazing at this. Girl, you have so many friends. And guess what? Facebook is making it to where if you promote to your friends and your like people on your friends list right now, they actually are boosting the algorithm and the engagement even more than if you were promoting to your public, to people that you don't know. And so capitalize on that. Let them know that, hey, you had 2, 3, 4 comments. Oh my gosh, all of your friends are wanting this. They could be ordering it from you and you could be making the commission. What do you think about this, girl? This is awesome. You know, I'd love to have you on my team. What do you think? Have you ever thought about this? And even if they say no, yes, my excitement, I'm telling y'all, I voice record when I'm messaging somebody. If I'm like, Stormy, oh my gosh, girl, your post is blowing up. You had one person comment. Doesn't matter. Your post is blowing up, girl. Everybody wants this. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Seriously, like, have you ever thought about doing this? Because you could totally be making this money with me. Like, what do you think about this? And they're like, wait, what? I can be making money? Like, the way that I describe it is, if you go and see a movie with all of your friends, when you guys get out of the movie, aren't you all like, oh my gosh, this part, but that part, oh my God, yeah, I was crying. Oh, it was so funny. That was amazing. But when you go to your friend group and you're the only person who saw that movie and you're like, oh my God, there was this one part where he was swinging and it was like, wow. And they're like, they're like, what? No, we don't understand. So when you have someone who makes a post for you, they see that people want the coffee, they see that people want this stuff, then you go back to them and say, hey girl, what do you think about this? They saw the movie. They know about, they see people are interested. All of a sudden it's not a scam anymore. They're wondering how much money you're making off of their post. And they're ready to sign up. It's crazy, y'all. I'm just telling you. But just being you. I've even found myself lately putting up a lot of like, join my team and this product and this promotion. And, you know, that's all great. And there are some greens that love seeing that information. But what people really want to see when they log into Facebook is your life, your secrets, your stuff, your dirt. Okay. They want to follow you. They want to like find out about you and like what you're wearing, like where you got that top and all the things. Not, oh, I'm going to log in and buy a bunch of stuff from Stormy today. I'm going to buy a bunch, $500 worth of crap from her. Like, they're not logging in thinking that. So you can't put up stories thinking that. You have to put up things like, what am I going to share today? How am I going to add value to people's life today? How am I going to make connections today? How am I going to make friends today? How am I going to love on people today? How am I going to help people today? And when you see a need, you get in their inbox. Because I'm telling y'all, I've been doing this for so long that when people know, when I get in their inbox, it's because I saw something that they posted that I know I could help them with. Because I've always done it. No matter what it is, you guys have to quit thinking that it works. Y'all, we are influencers in every aspect. So we need to start sharing everything that we love, everything that we hate, everything that annoys us, everything that makes us laugh. Because that's going to build credibility. If you're always sharing what you love and the things that just tag everything, Target, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, wherever you are, all the little things, my blue light glasses, I'm always trying to tag Sisix, whoever, wherever, because I want people to know that they're going to come on here and they're going to find all this stuff that I love all the time. And so they're going to know that I'm not just sharing stuff to make money, which really also too, you guys, I've gotten on a platform lately. I'm about to make a podcast. Like, hello, are you a teacher to not make money? Are you a CEO to not make money? Are you a basketball coach to not make money? Do you make Subway sandwiches to not make money? Like everything we do is to make money, right? I don't know why people have such a problem with it for network marketing or for social influencing, but that's what we are. We get paid to do this. So we need to take it a little bit more seriously. I know that it's hard right now. We're our own bosses. We're our own CEOs. But if you will put out in front of you, like, y'all, like if you will put out in front of you your goal, like I already have mine technically put out in front of me, my little angel wing. But I mean, when I look at that, you guys, like, how can I look at that and say, you're not worth me pushing a little bit harder. You're not worth me getting up an extra hour. You're not worth me staying awake an extra hour. You're not worth me pushing really hard today, even though I feel like doing absolutely nothing. And y'all, we also have to remember we are humans, okay? It is okay for us to have bad days. I think sometimes we like overthink it in our heads. I said this last night. It's like you're trying to unpack a suitcase after you come home from conference. Anybody else packing like 5 minutes and I've got like 17,000 things that I'm never going to wear, but I need them. But then it takes me 3 weeks to unpack because I literally don't even want to think about looking at that suitcase. I don't even want to think about it because it just seems so hard. Like it's going to take me so long to unpack all those clothes and put them away where they go. Oh my God, it's horrible. I don't want to do it. So I literally will leave it in my closet for 3 weeks. Then when I finally unpack that suitcase, it's got all of the outfits I've been looking for, all my best skincare, some of my greatest makeup stuff, like all my best scrunchies, okay, and shoes. And why didn't I just unpack it 3 weeks earlier and I could have had all of this stuff instead of just ignoring it? It's exactly like that with our business. We think our 6 list is going to be so hard and take so long and be so excruciatingly whatever that we just ignore it. We keep putting it back. We'll do it later. I'll do it later, and then it becomes tomorrow. But if you were to just do it, maybe let's just tell yourself, I'll just do the first thing on my 6 list. I know that when I message 50 people, I get a customer. So I'm going to just follow up with 50 people right now. Even if you have to tell yourself just one person. Here's what happened, you guys. When you start unpacking that suitcase, you realize all the good stuff that's in there. So you get super excited to keep unpacking it, and you keep unpacking it and keep unpacking it. And before you know it, 10 minutes later, you've got it all unpacked. You've got all of this stuff you didn't even remember that was in there, and you're able to use it now. Same with your business. If you will just start really one message, just tell yourself, I'm just going to go and connect and just send messages to my customers. Then when you do that, you get excited because then after 10, 15 messages go out, 1 or 2, 7, 8, they start responding. And you're like, oh, okay, I gotta, and then you get excited, and you're like, all right, well, I'll also post to my story. I'll put some polls up on my story. I'll do that really quick, and then you do that, and then people start voting, and then you get excited. So then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do a recipe. I'm telling you guys, before you know it, 10, 20 minutes has gone by, 30 minutes. You've gotten all this stuff done. People are interested. You've got people you can start talking to. Following up with again, I'm just telling you, it's all about training your mind to, even on the days that, and it goes both ways, even on the days that you don't want to do anything, you do something productive, at least one thing. Give yourself grace. It's okay. You're a human. There are some days that all you do is breathe, and that's okay. But if you can get one income producing activity done, you'll feel better for one, and then celebrate yourself. It's okay to take a day to celebrate that. Celebrate what you're doing and let people know I'm not a robot. I have to take a me day. But guess what? What's so awesome about my job is I can take a me day and still do things that can make me money. I can still do that. And so I just want to encourage you that getting around, doing things like this are so key. When you are not your best and when you're having a day like this, you have to tell someone. I know that's hard. Okay. Trust me. But if you will, a lot of times as an upline, I've noticed this, a lot of my distributors, I will be messaging them. Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Hey, what can I help you with? No, nothing. Fine. Great. Yep. Everything. And I'm like, okay, because they're, you're not enrolling. So that's kind of why I'm just following up, trying to check in. How can I help? And, no, you're not enrolling. And they'll be like, nope, 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 nope. Everything's good. Well, then a week or two later, they'll be like, well, nothing's working and that's not happening. And I didn't want to come to you because I didn't want to bother you. Or I didn't want to I thought I should just know this. And that's so y'all, I don't want to tell you that I was going through this hard time. I mean, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, one of my sidelines had a woman that was pregnant and had a baby, and she did not even know about it because this woman so badly did not want to tell her own business, for one, but for two, didn't want to bother anybody with her own stuff or drama, that she just kept it all in. Delivered this baby, y'all, and came back. My distributor was like, or my friend was like, did you have a baby? I was messaging you about end of the month and you weren't having a baby. And she was like, well, I don't want to be a bother. It's like, y'all, we don't know what you're going through unless you tell us. We're all in this together. That's what we're here for. Not only to help you with this business and obviously teach you what you're to do or what we've learned that's best for us and help give you some tools to learn what's best for you, but we're here to do this thing with you. If you've got a day you don't want to do anything and you get on the phone with Stormy, she's going to be like, dude, what's going on? You could do this. What are you talking about? You're crazy. You're amazing on lives. Let's do it right now. Come on, girl, you got this. You know that they're going to do that. And part of the time, that's why we avoid some of those people, because we don't want to do it. And we know that they're going to talk us into it. But I'm telling you guys, make it be fun. Y'all, this business can be so fun. This can be so fun. We get to be here and do all the crazy things we want while we work. We just have to decide that we're going to be disciplined enough and focused enough, and that our goals and our dreams, whatever it is to you, is going to be important enough. More important. And you got to look at it this way, you guys, because I have to make myself, this week is Chris's daughter's birthday. And I had to tell myself, I cannot look at her in her face and say, I didn't work hard enough to make extra money to get you the thing that you wanted more than anything because you weren't worth it. Who would ever do that to their own child or their boyfriends or whoever's? No one's. You wouldn't even do that to someone's child you didn't even know. I could never imagine looking her in the face and being like, I didn't want to work hard enough. Sorry. I can't give you what you want for your birthday. If you have to do it that way, then do it that way. Putting up your goals on the mirror may not be enough. But if you look at your kid's picture and you look at her face, you're going to be able to tell them, nope, sorry. Yeah, I'd rather watch Netflix. No, you're not. So try to do that. Try to stay close to this fire, you guys. Stay close to your friends. Stay close to your sidelines, your upline. You guys lock arms. I was told when you're pushing for a promotion, you spend the night with that person. You move in with that person. You're with them. And you talk all day, every day. You update volume all day, every day, because if you can't get there, if you don't know how, close you are, you got to know. And then you just have to talk to literally everyone. You've got to be messaging all of your old loyal customers, all of your old team members even. Girl, now's never been a better time. I know, especially if their account hasn't expired yet. Maybe they got started and they just, life happens. We all understand that. But, give them an opportunity now. And you guys, if nothing else, what you're doing is establishing connections. You're making connections. Even if they say no for now, that's fine. You've made that connection. You've let it be known that you want them back on your team, or you want them on your team at all in the first place. Or you would love to have them just be a customer for you and try some products, be a product model for 90 days. That would really mean a lot to you. And maybe that they would fall in love with something. They were mentioning how they have, no energy or whatever. And you will know this if you become a professional Facebook friend. You are a professional friend on Facebook, you guys. And I think I did a live about it. I need to make a podcast about it, but that's what we are. And if your best friend was on Facebook and it was her birthday, what would you be doing? Making a video, putting her on your story, everywhere. Happy birthday. Okay, we need to be doing the same thing for our friends on Facebook. Happy birthday, Jessica. Woo, girl. Enjoy your special day. Private message them. Hey, girl, hope you're having a good day. Send them a quick little video or something. We are professional friends on Facebook. And the more that we love on and connect and meet needs and try to, actually help people, I promise. Share your story. Share your hard. Share your crazy. Share your life. They're going to get to love you. They're going to get to know you. They're going to trust you. And I'm telling you guys, The more I shared my story after I lost Brinley, and even now, it was like the more people were coming out of the woodwork to join me. And what I will say lastly is I was so incredibly grateful for what I had before I even had it. And this is like so the truth, you guys. You can ask my mom. I don't even know if she's on here or not, but if she is, she will tell you that literally people would just message me. I would have sent them the first script for Host to Post, and they would be responding with like, blink. And I'd be like, got a customer, got another one. Everybody wants to do this. My mom would be like, really? When really I didn't have a new customer, but I had someone messaging me. Okay. And that's exciting. And so I'm telling y'all, I know it sounds crazy. And like these manifested and like claim it and believe it. I was there, y'all. Okay. I thought that was so crazy. But I promise, once I became so incredibly grateful and God saw that I was praising him in the hallways for the nothingness that I had in my life, because I had nothing left, especially business speaking. I'm telling you, something happened. I'm just telling you, something happened. And that's when it just like unlocked this magnet for miracles. People were showing up, things were happening. I mean, it was just absolutely radical. It was amazing. But I just want to tell you guys, your mindset is everything. Your consistency is everything. For every day that you take off, it takes 3 to get back to where you were. It takes 3 days to build up that momentum back after 1 day of taking off. And I'm not telling y'all this to like make you feel bad or whatever, because I feel like that's our problem, is we make ourselves feel so guilty about not doing something. That's why we've got to learn to retrain our brains to give a little bit of grace. We're all trying to figure this out. Okay. This is quarantine crazy time. I've been calling it quarantine cranky. Let's all give each other a little bit of grace and celebrate the good things that we do in our team chats and everything. If somebody does something great, awesome, gets their 6 list done, or celebrate that, share that, put that everywhere, because that's awesome. And we're all trying to do that right now, right? So hopefully that will help you. I know that there's so much to be doing. Like I said, messaging all of your customers, letting them know if they have any perk points, like, let's redeem those. Let me help you. What are you liking? Don't be afraid to make connections with your customers. I know sometimes when you message them, they may not like it or this or that, but guess what? That's what you're there for, is to help them. Help them with the recipe. Help them with how to make it. A lot of times, don't be afraid to ask questions, you guys. A lot of my customers say things like, well, I never took it. Okay, girl, well, it can't work if you don't take it. Like, I'm a little bit blunt now, because people are crazy. They're crazy. And you got to get them. You got to tell them, look, girl, you told me you wanted to lose 25 pounds. You told me you wanted to lose 100 pounds. It's our first month. Come on, let's do this. It's so simple. If it's the if it's the time issue, put it in your purse and take it with you on the go. If it's a whatever issue, help them figure that out. Taste issue, girl, we've got so many yummy recipes. I can help you. Whatever it is, you can help them, but you've got to be willing to help them. And I've never known anybody that's had an amazing opportunity happen to them that didn't have to overcome 8,000,000 horrible obstacles before that. And God wants to know, you willing to overcome these obstacles to have this opportunity? Because this is the most amazing opportunity you've ever had. So you're going to have to overcome more obstacles than you ever had. And it's when you're willing to overcome those obstacles that he will give you these amazing opportunities and bless your life and bless your business. So hopefully that will help you guys. And also, most importantly, if you have not been able to tell anything from me, I'm excited. And this is something that even when I was sad and I was, at my lowest, I wasn't always able to be this joyful, but I knew God loved me. I knew he still had a plan for me. I knew he wanted to prosper me. I knew he was going to bless me. I just knew, like that woman that grabbed his coattail, I just knew I had to keep going. I just did not want to give up. I couldn't. And let's think about if we did. If we did give up, we'd have to dig up all these seeds that have been blooming and blooming, growing and growing for a long time, you guys. However long you've been on, all these seeds have been growing. And if you decide, yeah, I'm going to go somewhere else, grass greener over here. All right, cool. It might be. You still got to dig up all these seeds that you planted, okay? And when you do that and you try to replant them somewhere else, then you got to toil up all the land, get it all, and then you got to try to put them back in there. But probably half of them are going to die. They're just kind of confused. They don't know which soil's going on. They don't know. You know, half of them die, and then you maybe have some, but they're like all funky, and they're probably like, I don't know. I'm just telling you, it's too much work to do that. When you're only a few weeks or days or you know, hours away from your sprouts growing right here that you've been planting for 6 months, a year, or however long. So don't give up. You cannot give up. If you can't go big, don't go home. Freaking go small. Do something, but don't give up. Especially right now. We are literally in our peak season, and it's the best time it could ever be. And I'm just so grateful that we're here, and I'm grateful that I didn't give up, because you know, the life I'm living now is above and exceedingly beyond anything I could have ever imagined. I thought that the person I was with when I was pregnant I thought that life was gonna be great. And I'm not saying it wouldn't have had great moments. Of course, having my daughter would have been amazing, but it was bad, y'all. What I was living in was bad. And now I'm so thankful. I'm so loved. I'm so cared for. This life that I get to live is like incredible beyond anything I could have thought about. And if I would have given up, I would have forfeited all of this. And that just hurts me. You know, imagine God, I could just see my daughter looking at me, knowing what I could have, knowing the amazing life that I could have, because she sacrificed hers, let's say. How could I give up? I mean, it just literally, it blows my mind. Same for you. God knows the amazing, ridiculously wonderful blessings that he has for you. And they're just sitting here waiting. They're just waiting here. All you got to do is just keep going and never give up, and you'll get them. Isn't that like so incredible? And whether it is, you know, it's going to be his timing, of course, but you just got to trust him, because he knows so much better. Just like we know better for our kids, or, you know, whatever, we do things for them, they don't always understand. Same with him. So we just have to trust him and be so thankful before we even get all the blessings that he's going to give us. It's incredible, you guys. It's so good. I'm so excited. Anything else you want to add? Because I do have to jump off and jump on one more Zoom tonight. I know.
Yeah, no, I mean, normally I have questions, but I just felt like everything you said was exactly what so many of us needed to hear. Like, one of my leaders texted me and they were like, nail on the head, like just so perfect.
Really?
Normally I have questions and I'm like, well, tell me about this. But I feel like everything you just said is exactly where I want to end. You know, like I feel like that is exactly where we stop and we put our heads back down and we go to work. And I know that I'm going to be getting so many messages from my team, just loving every single bit of this. Like, I mean, you just water. Thank you so much for being on. I'm like, I don't think I've ever cried on a Zoom. I mean, again, like I said, I was prepared for the story, but then I was like, oh, I'm here we go again. I'm crying again. There's more tears. Not done yet.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We are appreciative, and we will let you go, and I'll share the recording as soon as I have it.
Yes. Thank you so much. You guys got this. I'm so excited. I can't wait to celebrate all the promotions. Thank you for having me on. If you do have any other questions, just message me.
Yes,
absolutely. I got you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Of course. Y'all have a great night and a great rest of the month.